Factorising then. We've looked at factorising simple expressions, something along the lines of this. If I wanted to factorise, that just simply means I want to find out what I would multiply to make this expression. Now this is simple. This is a simple expression to multiply. So we look at what numbers, or the highest number that is common to both, highest factor that is common to both. So what number fits into both of those? Well, that would be 2. And there are no letters common to both, so we open up our brackets at this point. What would I multiply 2 by? So 2 times something gives me 2y. Well, it must be y. And 2 times something gives me 6, or plus 6. So that'd be a plus 3. So now I know that the factors then of this expression are 2 and y plus 3. So that's simple factorising. We have to deal with something a bit more difficult when we're looking at the just simple expressions. Here we've got a quadratic expression. Now, a quadratic expression will always have 2 brackets. So we're going to factorise into 2 brackets. The first term of this quadratic expression is x squared. So what is x squared? Well, x squared is the product of x and x times itself. So the first term in each of our brackets will be x and x. Now we have to find 2 numbers that multiply together to make 20. So we're finding all the factors of 20. So we've got 1 times 20, 2 times 10, and 4 times 5. Are there any other factors of 20? I don't think so. Now, they multiply to make this, but they also have to add up to give you 9. So if I added 1 plus 20, that would give me 21, so that's no good. 2 plus 10, that gives me 12. 4 plus 5, bingo. 4 plus 5 gives me 9. So I know that one of my brackets has to be x plus 4, and the other bracket has to be x plus 5. And it doesn't matter which order you do that, because 4 plus 5 is 9. I can check this now by expanding, because expanding is the opposite of factorising. So if we expanded this out, we'd have x times x, which is x squared, x times plus 5, which is plus 5x, plus 4 times x, which gives us plus 4x, and 4 times 5 is 20. Simplifying, so collecting together our like terms, x squared, so I've got a positive 5x, and I'm adding another 4x, so that's going to be a positive 9x plus 20. Is that what I started with? Yes, it is. So I know I factorised that correctly. Let's try another one. So this one is more difficult because we've got a minus sign, we've got a negative sign here. So we have to look at all the factors, or the numbers that multiply together to make minus 24. Okay, we could have minus 1 and 24, or minus 24 and 1. We could have minus 2 and 12, or minus 12 and 2. Minus 4 and 6, minus 6 and 4, or minus 3 and 8, minus 8 and 3. So they're all the factors of 24. Now we also know that the pair of numbers that I choose have to add up to a positive 5. So if I added minus 1 and 24, that's going to give me 23, so that's no good. Minus 24 plus 1 is minus 23, so that's no good. Minus 2 plus 12 is 10. Minus 12 plus 2 is minus 10. Minus 4 plus 6 is 2. Minus 6 plus 4 is minus 2. Minus 3 plus 8 gives me 5, and it's a positive 5, because if I start at minus 3 and I add 8, I end up in the positive part of the number line. So there is my factors. Okay, so we know the only way of making x squared is to have an x times x. X times x gives us x squared. So one of these brackets has to be minus 3, and the other one has to be plus 8. Last one then. Okay, x squared plus x minus 6. So let's have a look at all the numbers that would multiply together to give us minus 6. Minus 1 times 6, minus 6 times 1, minus 2 times 3, and minus 3 times 2. Now remember, these have to add together to give us this middle term. So that's a plus 1x. Minus 1 plus 6 is 5. Minus 6 plus 1 is minus 5. Minus 2 plus 3 gives us 1, a positive 1. So that's what I need. So here are my two factors. X minus 2 and x plus 3.